Well, good morning. Adjust this camera a little bit. All right. It's August 30th. August is over. It's crazy. It's about to be September. Weather-wise, it feels like the end of September. So it's been raining this morning. It rained pretty hard at my house earlier. Not for a long time, but pretty good rain. Again, we used to have this guy that worked for us named Charlie Wilkerson. Good guy. Some of you may know him. He worked for us for many, many years. And when he would come into work on a rainy day, he'd always walk in and he'd go, "Rains all the time in Wichita Falls." And it was just this joke because we all know we get droughts and, long periods of time with no rain. And so that was his running joke was, it rains all the time in Wichita Falls. Anytime it would rain, a single time. Boy, Charlie's probably having a field day right now because I don't know what that noise was, but it freaked out the cats. Good morning, Molly. Maybe it was a bird hitting the window, and that's why they're running over there. Did anybody see a bird hit a window behind me? I don't know. Anyway, Charlie's probably having a field day right about now saying, it rains all the time in Wichita Falls, because this year it has been raining all the time. So I actually asked a few of the old timers this week, some customers and that have come in, and I asked them, when's the last time you remember a summer like this where it has not gotten hot. I mean, it's gotten hot a little bit, but it's not been hot like normal. Plus we've had all this rainfall. I mean, usually in late August, it's brown and crispy and miserable and windy, and this summer's just been great. I'm like, man, is this what it's like living other places in summertime where it doesn't get super miserable? So we needed a summer like this after I don't know how many rough, hot, dry summers we've had in a row. So it's nice to get one like this where it actually rains and things are green, and it just feels like a blessing. I was talking with my staff last week. So if you don't know, we do a warranty for trees and shrubs that we sell. It's a 6-month warranty, right? And so a lot of times people buy trees and shrubs in the spring. They go on a trip in the summer or whatever. They get a little lackadaisical with their watering schedule. So a lot of times in August, a lot of those trees and shrubs that were planted in the spring are already dying because it's gotten so hot and dry. They haven't been watering diligently. And so we have to deal. August just feels like the warranty month. And it's some years when it's really bad, it's almost like every other person walking through the door is got a warranty issue. And it's not fun. It's not fun for the customer because obviously they've lost plants, and that hurts them. It's not fun for us having to do those warranty processes and tell them the bad news and all of that. And so August is usually not fun. And so I was talking with our staff last week, and it's like, we have had hardly any warranties this year, which is just amazing. Everybody's plants that they bought in the spring, for the most part, are just thriving, and yeah, so it's been a great summer. We got a question from YouTube: are these polycarbonate greenhouses? These are actually glass up above us. That's tempered glass. I do have polycarbonate on some areas over here. And we're getting new polycarbonate roofs in about 2 to 3 weeks because we had a hailstorm that tore them up. I'll show you here in a minute. Maybe you can see it there. See that area behind me there? Anyway, so it's been an awesome summer this year, and so glad we've had that. We'll see what the rest of the year has to bring, but I'm going to go ahead and say that we are ready to start planting. So if you've followed us at any length of time, or if you're an experienced gardener, you know that fall is our planting time. So, everybody gets emotional about springtime planting because after winter, everything's waking up. It puts you in the mood to go gardening. So the masses of the U.S., they want to plant in the spring. But the experienced gardeners, the experienced nursery people, landscapers know that for your trees and shrubs and cold hardy perennials, fall is our best time for planting. That gives them the best chance to get roots established and get a healthier plant before next summer hits, because summer is usually the stressful time for your newly planted plants. Does everybody have their coffee this morning? Now, people always ask me, I'm like, you should plant in the fall. And they go, well, when's fall? Like, specifically, what's the best time to plant, right? They want me to get specific, and it changes from year to year, and this is a great example of how, because typically we're saying wait till it cools off, and a lot of times it doesn't cool off till October, right? So traditionally our October and November are wonderful months to do that planting. This year everything looks different. So I'm saying go ahead and start now. If you're ready to get going, let's get the fall planting going. We've got moisture in the soil. We've got more rain forecast. There's actually, a cool front just came through, but there's another cool front projected out there where they're saying in the next week or two, we may be dipping down into the 50s or maybe even the 40s for nighttime lows. Let's get this going. Let's get on with the fall season, because usually what happens this time of year is I get the looky-loos right now. In late August, early September, all the looky-loos come in here. So they're coming in, and what's a looky-loo? They go, I'm just looking, right? We're in Texas. So Florida is also, it's a great time to plant in Florida right now too. But so all the looky-loos come in late summer, and they go, I'm just looking, I'm getting my plans ready. They know that fall is a good time for planting, and so they come in and they're looking around. If you are a looky-loo, you should come and start buying and getting in the planting mood. So, all right, let's walk around. Wait, there's more. Oh, I did my half marathon on Sunday. Survived it. I didn't break any speed records. I was slow and steady, but I made it. That was the farthest I've ever run. Team Smith's Garden Town running team. That was a fun one. But that was a fun weekend. My mom made it back from Colorado. She had a bad fall up in Colorado, broke her shoulder, and my brother and sister-in-law had to drive her down because she couldn't drive. So they had to drive her car down and then fly back to Colorado to go back home. So she's here. She's doing a little better, except she also now they've done more x-rays, and she's going to have surgery and put a plate in that humerus bone. All right. So, also big news. I think I wrote it in the description, but I don't know if you guys can see that. But there's a couple of sales going on. One, all trees are 25% off Labor Day weekend. So, good morning, everybody. So, all trees, shade trees, fruit trees, ornamental trees are all 25% off Labor Day weekend. So that's today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Now, Monday we're going to be closing early at 3 o'clock. So make sure you get out here early enough to get those on sale trees. So we're making room for our fall inventory. We've got fall trucks on the way, and so we're making room for that. And those should be coming in soon. But we've got trees out there now that we are making you a deal on 25% off. So come grab those and get them planted, because it's time to go plant. And then also out in the parking lot, we'll walk out there in a minute, but I've got a group of shrubs that got a little rough looking over summer. those are 75% off out there. And a lot of those are recovering now and starting to look better. So, so definitely check those out when you come in to get trees. And yeah, we'll go walk around and look at some stuff. I'll try to remember other things I was gonna say along the way. It's a fun time of year. There's Sylvester. Sylvie, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's a fun time of year. College football starts today. Well, it started like Thursday, really. So there's some big games on today. The weather's cooling off. We got rain. And we got mums in the greenhouse. So we have brought up the first of our Smith's Garden Town grown mums. And there are many more where these came from. Good morning, Linda. So we've got 2 different sizes of mums we're selling this year. We've got our 8-inch mums. Now the pot size is 8-inch. The plants are obviously quite a lot larger than 8-inch. Look at them compared to our big old fluffy boy Sylvester. That's a cat-sized mum right there in an 8-inch pot. And then we've got our, what are we calling these, a 14-inch mums over here. Big ones. Now they're not blooming yet. Remember, we've talked about this before. We don't force our mums into early bloom like some places do. You can force them to bloom early by putting black cloth over the greenhouses and causing a shorter daylight length and a longer night period. That'll force them into early bloom. But if they bloom early, they're going to be done blooming early also, so they won't actually be blooming for your fall displays. So we let ours bloom at the natural daylight lengths. There's a ladybug, one of our beneficial bugs. And so yeah, these mums will be blooming for the fall season. We're growing about 30 different varieties of mums, so we've got all the different colors. So those colors are going to be different shades of yellow, different shades of orange, different shades of pink and lavender, and reds, bronze, and white. And I may be missing some. So we've got all those different colors, and then we've got your early, middle, and late blooming mums. So we'll have mums blooming in September, and then we'll have mums blooming in October and mums blooming in November. All of those different colors. So we've just brought out the very first batch of them this weekend, and there are many, many more to come. I'm going to turn this water off over here real quick. Someone left the hose on last night. I mean, the hose was shut off, but it's just dripping from the end of the hose. Oh, more exciting things. Not only did we bring out mums yesterday. You're going to be a looky-loo, Moline? We got the first of our fall veggies in. What are the cats doing? What are y'all doing? Chasing each other. Crazy cats. Poppy doesn't know where he went. Oh, now she sees him. Okay. First of our fall veggies are in. We normally wait till September to bring these in, but with the weather going like this, we are ready to go. The reason why we wait is because we don't want these to bolt. So if you put a lettuce plant out, for example, and it's still hot outside, then they bolt. So what that means is they shoot up a flower stalk and they try to flower and make seeds. And when they do that, they stop producing their leaves. So, and that's what we want. We want the leaves. And so if you put out lettuce too early, it's not a good thing when it starts to bolt and go to seed. So the way it's looking now, we are not having any more bolting weather. You never know. You know, it could turn hot again. Sometimes the plant just decides to bolt anyway. But you've got a much better chance of doing well with these veggie plants with the way that the weather's going right now. So we've got pak choi, we've got cauliflower, red mustard, lettuce, different types of lettuce, different types of cauliflower. And did we get any broccoli? I thought we had broccoli. Cauliflower. The tags are all facing away from me, so I can't see. Lots of cauliflower. If you love cauliflower, boy, do we have it. More cauliflower. I guess we did not get broccoli this time, but we got the start of our fall veggies. We'll be getting more in as the season progresses. Another exciting thing we brought up from the grow facility. Good morning. We brought our fall petunias up. So if you're not familiar, petunias, they can struggle here in the summertime usually. A lot of petunias are still going right now because we haven't had that super hot summer. But usually petunias struggle a little bit in the summer, but they do fantastic in spring and fall. So we always grow an extra fall crop of petunias. Actually, I think these are super cals. Technically, these are Calibrachoa, jumbo Calibrachoa. But we bring in some that are this fall colors, so we've got more of those growing in the back, but the first ones are ready to go. And the reason why we sell them in the fall is because there goes a petunia right there. Our name's Petunia. The reason we sell these in the fall is because they can actually take light frost. So these are going to last well into the fall and early winter if you plant them now. And so that's a great thing to do. I think I saw a comment come in asking if we do planting and staking of trees, and the answer is yes. All the trees that we sell, we can plant them for you. And if you pay for us to plant a tree, we will always make sure that it is staked if it needs to be staked. And so if you pay for planting, that includes delivery to your home, planting, we include compost, we include mycorrhiza, the beneficial microbes that we mix into the soil, and root stimulator, and staking and tree wrap if it needs those two things. So that'll all be included in the planting fee. So if you're wanting to get a tree planted and not sure how you're going to do it, we can do it for you. Let us do the work. Let me open this up. I forgot my coffee in here though. Okay, so exciting things are happening out here. If you didn't hear me say, we've got our trees on sale. They're 25% off. So I'm going to turn my Wi-Fi off because I'm going to walk out to the trees. So it's probably going to drop signal for just a minute, but hopefully I'll come right back on. But bear with me. If it cuts out, I don't know. Maybe I won't do that just yet. Let's look at magnolias first. I'm going to have to do it in a minute because I run out of Wi-Fi over here. So yeah, we got some gorgeous magnolias. There's their 25% off right now. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try the turning my Wi-Fi off. Bear with me. Don't leave if it cuts out. Hopefully it'll just cut. Oh no. Okay, it says I'm reconnected. Hopefully you all are still there. Look at this dwarf mondo grass. And then we got Liriope. And it's blooming. This is our ground cover section. So if you got a shady spot and you can't get grass to grow, these ground covers are a great option. Liriope, variegated Liriope. Hey, why are you eating the Liriope? Cool. I'm glad you guys didn't lose me. Or I didn't lose you guys. Look at the variegated liriope blooming. Some of the old timers called this lily turf. Some people call it monkey grass. I'm still confused. You know, I've been working with plants all these years. I'm still confused on what monkey grass is, because some people call mondo grass monkey grass and some people call liriope monkey grass. So probably depends on who you ask. Jasmine is our best-selling ground cover for shade. So if you got those shady spots and you're tired of the mud and you're tired of the dirt, then all of these ground covers are an excellent choice. Okay, out to the trees we go. That's why I had to turn off the Wi-Fi. Just want to show you what we've got that you can plant on sale this weekend. We'll start with the big trees and then we'll work our way down to some of the smaller trees. So we got some 45 gallons out here. These are red oak 45 gallon. A lot of these are in that 10 to 15 foot tall range already. 2 to 3 inch trunk caliper. Got some 30 gallon trees over here. Now the 30 gallon tree is one of our best sellers as far as sizes go. Of course, we sell a lot of 5 gallons because those are our lowest price point, are the 5 gallons, so the little ones. And then we've got 10 gallons and 15 gallons and 20 gallons. But the 30 gallon size tree, people tend to gravitate towards for a couple of reasons. One, they're not puny. You know, when we go look at the 5 gallon trees, they're spindly, they're puny, they're little. These actually have some size to them. They're going to look decent even when you get them in the ground. And then they're not as expensive as the big guys over here. Once you jump up to 45 gallon, 65 gallon, 95 gallon trees like these, that is where the price point really goes up. And then not only that, that's where a one-man show can no longer really plant these big ones. You know, when you go up to a 65 gallon tree, even me, you know, I'm one of the strongest people you'll ever meet. You know, I'm just kidding. But even me, I can't drag around these 65 gallon trees by myself. So that's where it gets to be too much for a single person. Go back over to these 30 gallon trees. Now, if you're an able-bodied person, you can drag this thing around your yard and dig a hole and drop it down in the hole. So that's why people kind of gravitate to this 30 gallon size, and we sell lots of them. We got bur oak, red oak, live oak. Wait, do we have bur oak? Yeah, there's a couple bur oak down there. And some cedar elms over here in the 30 gallon. Okay, now we'll walk into where our smaller trees are so you can see those. A little bit of walking out here. We have not gotten our new fruit trees in yet. Look at those magnolias. Those are nice. So that's why we're doing this tree sale now, because our new shipment hasn't come in yet. Okay, so we got some 15 gallons in here. 10 and 15 gallon trees. Here we got live oaks. Red oaks. Got some maples. If you want that fall color. Chinese pistache. Another great one. Very, very Texas tough. Bald cypress. This is your more columnar bald cypress. It's called skyward bald cypress. So they grow a little more upright, not so spread. I'm gonna cut through over here so we can see. Now we had the upright bald cypress, and now we've also got a new weeping bald cypress that stays quite a lot smaller. So those are a really cool specimen tree for the yard. Got some yellow mushrooms growing here. People sometimes get weirded out if they see mushrooms growing in a potted plant. But these little yellow mushrooms, they do not hurt your plant at all. They just show you that you got a lot of organic matter down in the soil. Got some red buds. We've got, what's this? Mexican plum? Yep. Mexican plum is a great one. If you like the look of a Bradford pear, but you don't want to plant a Bradford pear because of the problems they have, you can plant a Mexican plum. And these are so much better. They're native. They get the beautiful white blooms in the spring like the Bradford pear does. But instead of smelling like awful, the Mexican plum has a very sweet fragrance to it. And it's just a better and longer lived tree. Weeping red buds. And then we'll take a peek into the small trees over here. 5 gallons and 3 gallons. Pomegranate trees. They're technically like a shrub, but we'll still count them for the tree sale. Why not? 5-gallon bur oaks. I love bur oaks. That's my favorite shade tree. Got Mexican sycamore. Those are cool. Fast growers, those. Got some mulberries. Dwarf mulberries. And these actually are the ones that produce fruit. So they're not the fruitless mulberries. Got a couple of apple trees and peach trees left. But there will be much more to come on the tree sale. I mean, when our tree shipment comes in. Okay. Look at these pretty crepe myrtles. Wow, now that is beautiful. This is black diamond, purely purple. I've only got one of those left, and I think I see why, because they're stunning. It's got the dark leaves and this bright purple bloom. That's pretty. Look at these. I guess I have one more over here. It's been a good year for the crepe myrtles, too. All right, well, we are going to get ready for staff meeting. I'm going to slowly make my way into the store. Oh, we got restocked on Texas sage this week, and they're blooming. So if you were wanting some beautiful Texas sage, another great Texas native, drought tolerant once it's established, we've got them back in stock now. So come see us. The weather is great. I can't believe it feels like this in August. It's gonna be a gorgeous day, a gorgeous week. Thanks for joining this morning, and hope to see you guys soon.